Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video stream is working quite right, and if that is so, please type 100% logo or just something like that. That will give me confirmation that things are working. I have hello YouTube viewers. Yeah, I've listened to my incognito window and I think audio is working, so I'm gonna go ahead with it. So recently things happened, very interesting Russia-Ukraine war kind of thing happened. It was getting dull for quite some time, and I really have to say the meme culture is really showing this time. I really love the ideas like Trump saying, "You don't have any cards." It's like, I have cards. I was like, damn, that was some very, what you call, clever, very clever. Although the most hilarious part to me, it was like, all the American YouTubers and their generals, and even in like White House pressers, like, how can we defend against this? It's like, bro, contact your own CIA, your own FBI. They will all tell you the same thing. The reason world is intact is because terrorists are not that smart. It's like flat out. If an engineer, ever, like a good engineer, ever really wants to poof you, you're dead, man. Like there is nothing, like nothing. Practically, can you defend? Yes, you can. You can't do it cheaply enough. Like there are two paradoxes here. First paradox was there was a treaty. That treaty reminded both parties, basically USSR and USA, to keep their nuclear trident, one of that, aka Air Wing Air Force, in display, so both party can cross-check each other. Okay, they did that, but here's the deal: Russia pulled off from it in 2022, so that is no longer viable. And I think that was the primary reason why USA was not made aware of what the heck Ukraine is gonna go do. Another aspect, why the heck this sort of war plane got boomed by something so small? Well, inherently you have to understand build standards are very, what you call, flexible. So some warplanes are actually built to take a hitting. Basically, even if you go with a machine gun going brrr, it will handle it. Like some are designed that robustly, others not so much. And then you have to understand these things are ancient, like literally the body, the frame, they are ancient, meaning they are already on their last leg. In some scenarios, other countries would just retire them. It's like, bro, this is like just done. You can modernize the engine and all that, but there is a upper limit to the frame. So if frame is already at its last leg, it's bad. Now, how do we Indians know it's bad? We have something known as Soviet Union aircraft, which we call flying coffin, and we call it for a reason. We have lost enough airmen to learn that, and not in combat, just kaput. So those airframes, even though they could be flying and all that, they were like literally on the edge. So it just little bit of jerk could be like poof. Another aspect is they wanted to do some glorious boom boom events, exactly like how USA wanted to do just before the basically negotiation table of Soviet Union, sorry, pardon me, Vietnam and USA. And it did not go well in that time also. Like USA lost way too many bomber jet, and I think B-52 Stratofortress, they lost lot of them. I think 8, 9, 10 of them they lost. And this time Ukraine is like, let me trump that. Let me boom it before you even manage to launch it. So that was very, what you call, extraordinary. And that was another reason why all of them went like kaput, because they had missiles ready. And if you have a missile and a jet fuel fire, yeah, no. That's just like, nope, that's just kaput event. You just get kaput. Only one boom device can handle that. That is a nukes, and they will burn. They will not go detonate. That's the design safety into them, but they will still burn. So, and if you have normal, high explosives, yeah, they kaput. So that was a really shocking development, which again, for quite some time, it has been stale. But this was like, I have cards. And somehow they still can't boom the bridge. I'm like, seriously, what is that bridge made out of? I want to know. Like, they have train boom, that bridge is like, I got this. They actually collapsed segments. Russians repaired it, like, I got this. They tried to boom it with that arch section, which again, that can't be repaired as quickly. And it's just like, I got this. And God knows how many missiles and drones attacks have happened. So I'm like, who the heck built that? It's like, damn. We have tofu Drake project in Chinese end, and then you have this Russian bridge. It's almost like the $3 billion spent on it is actually spent on it. It's like, how the heck it can withstand that? That's the most odd part to me. It's like, you're trying to boom it so thoroughly, so many times, and it's just like, nope, not today. So that's the part. And please do not say they are not trying to. They are trying to, they're just failing to do it. It's like, I think the pylons are way too deep and like really well built. I think the corruption factor on that bridge is a bit low. most likely, but holy time. And if they are saying 1 ton was used, if 1 ton, it can withstand 1 ton of boom event, I'm like, damn. Like that would be those war movies where you see, like Russian bridges where we have bridge. Yeah, that's a sad comparison. We have bridges that blow over in the wind, and then you have Russian bridge in sea. That's like, I got this. I'm like, damn. Like a man has to respect good engineering when he sees good engineering. Like that's like, damn. Like how many incidents I've seen, they attacked it, and it's like, I got this. That's solid. Another aspect is they are like, I have no idea how the heck news anchors are so stupid. Half of them are telling, oh, it has fiber optic. No, you could see the video. There is no fiber optic. How the heck that happened after that? What do you say? Yeah, that fiber optic was never there. What they had is a relay station, because you have to understand, when you are talking about electric jamming, it's not omniscient, so to say. So you have to do what we call frequency hopping, meaning if you are thinking, like, let's just say a civilian drone will be 2.5 gigahertz, so you have to scream in all of 2.5 gigahertz. And if you want to make sure the damage is extreme, you have to narrow it so power is destructive, but you have to sweep it. And generally that's why jamming is not an absolute art. You can dump as much energy as you want, but there is something known as inverse square law. So just few meters away, it's like, bruh, who cares? So how did Ukrainians combat that? Well, they had a relay station, meaning they had one small drone, and that drone had a basically it was acting as a relay, so it could bypass all that jamming. And again, the most likely the jamming was used was low grade and Chinesium, so that's why it did not work. And again, they were not using fiber optic, not in this attack. Fiber optic has been used a lot, no denying that, but not in this. You can see it, and fiber optics have like this big spool, you can easily see that. And again, it does not have the range, it does not have the, it has a lot of penalty. It just works where you do not have like a, what we call where you want absolute certainty. Like let's say some tank is coming at you, you can't risk it, like send two of them, what if both of them get jammed? Nah, you need that to work. At that time, people will use fiber. And sometimes people are using basically passive radar listening devices to figure out where a drone is. So using fiber in that scenario makes sense, but this was not used there. What do you think? Russia strike back after you attack. When will Russia win? What do you think? Russia will not win. That has happened long ago, man. Like if you watch my 3 years or 4 years, I do not know how old this is. It's getting scary now. I have said it time again, like Ukraine made Russia bleed. Like Russia had like a lot of bad wars. Like Soviet Union had really bad war, was which was this Afghanistan war, really bad. Like they lost a lot of people. Again, compared to today, they lost nothing, but that broke them. And then you had another war that lasted 8 years. That was Chechenian war. But none of them, both of them combined, did not made Russia bleed. So Russia was always like, I'm the daddy, I can take it. And this time, Ukraine became the first nation that made Russia bleed. Meaning, you can come to us, you can boom us, but it will cost you. Now, how much cost? Well, right now, both parties are saying it's a heavy casualty. And how much? Let's just say upper end. Upper end is going to be, by the end of 2025, 1 million soldier casualty. Now, let that be very clear. Casualty is a very vague term. Simply means injury. It does not guarantee that you are poofed. It simply is injury. Now, generally, they say there is a ratio of 4:1. Let's just go with that. So, what is the bare minimum, which we know for a fact from Russian side that has been lost? 100,000. There is no land that is worth that kind of. And not especially if you do not have replacement population anymore. Like Russia's birth rate is below 2.1. They cannot replace this many people. 100,000, they already made this war meaningless. 200,000, which again, right now, most people are saying they have crossed 250,000. That population is so huge, it will cripple India. So Russia, then how the heck Russia survive? Again, crippling is a slow thing. It does not happen overnight. It's a slow thing. So Russia never win. They just did not agree to lose. Yeah, they can do that. Russia not agree to lose, but here still there is a breaking point. Soviet Union thought the same thing. Soviet Union thought the exact same thing, but where are they now? So that's the whole point. You can try it, you can keep trying it, but there is an upper limit, meaning they are lucky that their primary money earning is oil and gas. That does not require too much manpower. But again, there is an upper limit to that. You can't just poof. And again, there's another aspect. Oh, the population is used. That's not how populations are calculated. First, you split the population in half, men and women. And because they have been doing war continuously, they have very small, what you call, deficiency in male population by 1 to 2% in age group, every age group. So you can look at 0 to 5, like you can go to teenage years and they are like men and women are almost same, but the moment you go above, it starts to lose, because again, this slaughtered way too many in basically 8-year Chechenian war. So the percentage loss in that exact age group is too high. and it most likely you are not sending 70 years old who are like, waiting to poof off. So if you are not sending them, that means you are losing very valuable adult age group. 0 to 30 is child, 30 to 60 is adult, 60 to 90 is old. So in those sort of time frame, you are sacrificing way too many adults. And it's like, oh, they can reproduce. It's like humans are not bunnies. You need a family structure. Without that, that does not work. So all these things is very, sorted. The damage has been done. There is nothing they can gain from that Ukraine thing that would be worth 250,000 soldiers loss of life. Like there is nothing. And again, that exact same thing, tiny percent, like 10 to 20,000 they lost officially in Afghanistan. That crippled USSR. Like think about it, how badly they are messing it up. So fundamentally, Russia bled. The moment you bleed, it's like done, game over. Like what we call sharks in the water. So that happened. That is done. And again, let me be very clear. I do not think it will last less than 8 years. At least 8 years. But again, they will reach a point where population is just like, nope, nope. And now he can keep sending it, but at some point there would be enough deficiency in their structure. Again, losing 10% of air force is not acceptable. It will break any country. Losing almost 30% as they are saying, that's like not sustainable given the fact that you are not building more of it. So, Delhi free amnesties like bus, no. Bad economy, bad money, who's employed, bad money given. It's not just black and white like you said in Hindi life. Delhi mates. Delhi mates. Free message. Yeah, not Delhi. I think you are like you may be trying to say something else. The reality is this idea of just giving money to women because they are women. It's like that's fundamentally suicidal. For lack of a better term, that's what it is. But they are doing it, and again, people are flat out from all walks of life. Basically, people who are manning the construction industry, people who are manning factories and all that. They are all saying like it's nigh impossible to get workers now. It's like we're getting paid for anyways. Like you're getting free money. Where that money is coming from? That is coming from these industry taxes. If they cannot pay taxes because they are not having production, it will have cascade failure. But again, I'm genuinely, and again, Supreme Court is like, you cannot do this. And governments is like, lol, F you, let's F the country. Like, that's just sad. Free money, like flat out, take money and go. It's not black and white. It's like very simple. Like again, USA also did something similar where they started to give money, but again, very short duration, and they had a very distinct reason for it. We did not have that. And again, pandemic came and went long ago. Long ago. That's like gone 5 years ago, man. Like and still doing it is like just bad. Eid Mubarak. Same to you. Yeah. Now let's talk about the project and. So this is the final edition of this design. I finally added both MOSFET driver IC and I did got them to work. So there was this brief moment where I was like, yes, this works as expected, meaning not only I'm able to switch on and off, I can switch any fan on and off. Not it was like, okay, early days this fan was not working on and off, the big industrial fan was not working on and off, all that problem disappeared. So it worked as I wanted it to. So that's the good part. Bad part is I did all the wiring for the basically tachometer signal and the PWM, but it was going through this level shifter. Something was not working as I expected, and then I was like, okay, let me remove it and then just bridge the wire from here to there, so directly work at lower voltage. Yeah, I think I shorted 5 volt to direct 3.3 volt and it kaputted the ESP32. So the ESP32 is now kaput. That's the tragic part. But now I think I cannot just go around this. And again, I hats off to anyone who can actually solder on these things. I went mad doing this. Like 2 major mistakes with this. First, this is too small. I have to always buy big ones. Like I need places to move my hand. Second, copper wire that are really good, but copper wire springs too much. So if I'm trying to solder, I need 3 hands. I need one for solder, one for soldering iron, and one for like keeping the wire down. It does not work that effectively. That's why people use generally aluminum wire. Now I learned that. And I learned how to fetch wires and all that. So a lot of learning happened, but it's like ooh, it's a very big what you call taxing, so to say. So at this point in time, I'm like, okay, I'm happy with the MOSFET system. I will bypass this basically level shifter and then just gonna directly drive it, which I think it could work given the fact that it did work in my past designs. So I just wanted to have like spec compliance, but I'm like, okay, I'll survive without it. Let's just go with that. And this time I'm flexing. because I'm too frustrated, too angry now. So I'm putting buck converter also, meaning the idea is not only it should be able to control 3-pin fans, it should be able to control 4-pin fan also. Pardon me, 4-pin and 3-pin both combined. So let's see how that goes. And this time I'm gonna make the board, but again I learned a very important thing, that you have to have points there in your board where you can just easily clamp it or probe it. There are like specific things that people buy in order to make sure that it is probable easily. I'm learning the importance. Here I wanted to probe and it was like, how the heck I go there? So this time I'm gonna have some breakouts where I can just easily, reliably probe things. So again, you win some, you lose some. So in terms of like, this is very taxing to me, and again financially very destructive, but I will finish this puppy. No matter what it takes, I will do it. I'm not gonna run away again. So so I know you are not a finance guy, but any view on Trump big bill? No, my apologies, I do not have any context of it, what he was actually trying to do. Again, that is not going through my head right now. I have 2 external projects and 1 YouTube channel, and then the side project this. So it's like, yeah, I do not have basically spare capacity, so to say. And one thing is that because I'm switching from like being in pain for so long, I got in a habit of just resting every once in a while, because again, if I did not, it will hurt. So I built that habit, and that habit is psychologically still there. So even if my body is physically healthy, I'm just still used to, like, I still get what you call fatigued, so to say, where I'm like actually working and I'm like only work for 20 minutes and I'm like, no. So I really need to extend my stamina, so to say. And I do not think it's a physical problem. I think it's a psychological, because again, that spinal issue was there for way too long. So yeah, that's there. And then today morning, I had really bad case of loose. I just went loose today, so that's another issue. But all things said, this is a good problem to have, meaning I have things to do, productive things to do. These are good problems to have. India International Council on Clean Transportation said India should resist hybrid and move to EV. Yeah, because we want India to be bankrupt, na? We want India to be full bankrupt. We want nobody to buy EV. We want to make sure our oil consumption goes up more and more. Now be mindful. Do not judge governmental employees simply because they do not get penalty of their bad mistakes. So they can have bad decision. Again, like that German company is like, yeah, we're going to do hydrogen train and we're going to bankrupt us. And it's like, what happened to them? They did not even lose their pension. Yeah, I mean, public service and money not being only women as advertised, but a whole family, BPL, and but it's just advertisement to get women's vote. Again, it's however you slice it, it's a very destructive thing, because here's the deal, I'm working my ass off, I'm paying and all this, and then you have this person who's like, oh, just because I was born poor, I get free money, I get free services, free house, freaking free house, what the hell? So it's like you're flat out pissing on the people who are working their ass off to make sure that you are well fed. And then again, they should know why smart people leave India. It's like, of course, like you are draining them too much. It's like, okay, bye. What is the yeah, that's funny to me. Direct TV jump. Yeah, we're gonna go bankrupt. And again, I will live long enough where paneer roll will become 200, and I don't think it will take too long. First, my first, no, what is the difference between normal buildings and construction and government projects construction? See, some government construction, because they have what you call somebody to answer to. So parliament building will never be messed up, because again, they have MLAs. So there are certain projects, governmental projects, that will be good. There, most of the time in India, our corruption is not that bad. Our corruption simply means a lot of money burnt and delay. But things that we build is actually kind of okay. Not great, but okay. Not great, not terrible, but it is what it is. So I faced my first interview for a permanent role today. Couldn't make it through the final round competition with 2 years of experienced people. Yes, such is life. Such is life. You win some, you lose some. Such a life. Take fiber supplement. It may help, maybe. I'll try that. I have started a silent revolution in my school. Main goal: boycott marriage, boycott childbirth. Me and my buddies preventing Nimbani's of swelling the constitution and others revolutionary like me. Don't see, it's not your duty to do for other people, because again, it's not your task, so to say. It's their task. They have to learn it. Again, if you want to guide them, you can only do that when they want to listen to you. If they do not want to listen to you, do not waste time. Do not like, oh, I'm a revolutionary. No, you are wasting time. It's your job to enjoy your life. It's your job to do something productive with your life. What anybody else does is not your concern, especially something that biological. It's like you do not have to. Again, you can plant the seed. It's like, hey, before marriage, just go to a family court now. Just have a fun. Just go there. You can plant something like, but don't fight or start a revolution. You are useless if you are doing that. Again, we have men rights activists wasting their time for what, 80 years now. So don't waste time on that. This is after Japanese automaker plead the government to insert hybrids, but Indian market Tata Mahindra stood against his proposal. EV only policy, government supported them. Yeah, again, that's why I said China is so great. China is like, let's sell EV to them, let's sell them brain damage of 10 megawatt charging, and in our place, all companies make hybrid. You have to respect it. Like, if somebody anals you that well, I'm like, damn, sir, like, damn. How you are maintaining consistency regarding upload Hindi videos, also maintain the consistency like you should I do? See, consistency, it's a habit. Like for me, it's a habit. It's not something that I developed one day. Today was like a very depressing day because again, YouTube showed me that main channel has been 7 years old. I was like, damn. I did not expect to be here after 7 years, but such is life. You have a plan, life has a plan. But again, I've been doing this for long enough. Again, that's why this time I'm trying to do this also, because if you have watched like 1 year ago, I was trying to do projects that time also, but that time I had to let go of videos and I was like, okay, I'm only doing projects. I did not have the energy budget that time. Now I think I have the energy budget, or at least I'm trying to do my best to do it without stopping anything. But let's see how that goes. Consistency is just from a, it's like funny, it's like sarcasm. Yeah, it's like fundamentally you have to be productive with your life. Hyundai is planning 1.2 turbo petrol 4-cylinder engine, which will be also making hybrid platform. Does turbo diesel make sense for hybrid? See, you can use any engine you want, and again, if diesel is a bit cheaper, go YOLO on it. People, at the end of the day, people do not care about petrol or diesel. They care about how much money it goes from their pocket. At that point in time, use diesel. So it's actually wiser. No, I mean, why companies make building bridges or any type of big companies make a last long building when the home is not long lasting? The cement is also too good than ours. It's quality control. The hardware is exactly the same. Basically, you can take the exact cement bag that is going into bridge construction. You can take the exact cement bag. You will not get the same result. Why not? Are you basically calibrating and checking the sand? Are you checking the water? Are you making sure that water content is exactly as it needs to be? Because these are very tight things. And again, if you're looking at large construction done properly, they will have sampling. It's not just like, oh, one time, no. There will be sampling. And if they are bringing trucks, that truck will be sampled regularly, where the samples would be made, tested, and all that verified. Only then they do it. It's basically quality control. You can take the hardware. It's just that quality control. Without that quality control, you will not get it. And again, you can't afford to do that in your household. It will be too expensive. What are some action plans for being disciplined and consistent? Again, right now the timer is helping me a lot. This week I would say timer really helped me. China also banned export of rare earth magnets, so Suzuki and other brands globally stopped hybrids due to the, by the way, Chinese making series hybrid. Yeah, some of them. And no, hybrid or non-hybrid does not make a difference with rare element. You consume rare element in both of them. Generally, most of the time what people are talking about, either they are talking about battery, which again, hybrid consumes less compared to a full EV, and another is magnet material, which again, if you have traction motor, it will consume both. So that's the whole point. Fundamentally, you have to. How the heck you asked that question? Like, did you really not think about that? And again, I get it. Like, news channel is like so stupid. They're like, oh, China made sun. I'm like, hulu, weed. Well, such is life. Invite a hacker. I don't know that many. Can you make a video on cement? I did. I literally brought India's top leading expert on that on my channel, Dr. Sang Vishnoi. Literally brought him in my channel. Had their interview, 1.5 hour interview. What do you want from me, my man? Wisdom for, make your live stream title as Wisdom for Sale. Financially, things are a bit rough. I'm not going to deny it's a bit rough. And then there is another penalty of the fact that I have to pay a lot of money for my spinal surgery. Again, my brother paid it. I have to pay him back. So, Only new basically understanding that I got right now. 757. Only new understanding I got recently is because I was originally planning to basically save up money monthly in order to get my this done, basically portfolio built, and once it has like reached the point, I will just dump that money and buy solar. Now I realized that while it does work, it's a definitely better than loan, but there is a even clever way, which again is risky, but it is clever. The idea is you do not take the money out. Why? Well, if you take the money out, you have 10% capital gains tax, or minimum 10%. I'm pretty sure if you make a lot of money, it will go more. So you have that tax, but here's the deal: you put it there. You don't touch it, you just keep putting money in, and then you are like, okay, I'm going to use this as security, and then I'm going to get a security loan, meaning against that investment, you're getting a loan. So loan becomes a secure loan rather than unsecured loan. So you do get a bit, what we call, lower interest. So interest could be as low as 10% or sometimes 8%. And again, it's a normal legal thing to do. That's how, literally how all billionaires work. So you take out a loan on that and then you pay it. Now it's like, why do this? Well, first, you do not have to pay that 10% tax. Second, you do not have to, you get tax benefit if you have loans. So that's there. Another aspect is that extra penalty that, let's just say I did it for 5 or 10 years, I think I would be paying for 10 lakh rupees, I might be paying 1,50,000 extra. Now, like, wouldn't that equalize the same? It would have been that 10% of the, capital gains tax? No, because my investment is still intact. It is still generating revenue. That revenue you can keep getting out. It's not locked away from you. Meaning, for first few years, again, the likelihood of you having a very constant gain, like more than interest, is not likely. But after 5 years, it will be. So if you did it for 10 years, so first 5 years you pay it. After that, you just keep cycling all the gains from that into your loan. You do not have to worry about it. And I'm like, that's how rich people make more money. I'm like, I see. So it's a very, complex thing, but it does have some potential where I can, if done correctly, although I'm always scared of loans, so that is another part, but let's just see, because here's the same amount of money, 10 lakh rupees spent over 5 years versus 10 lakh rupees in future 5 years, I will buy much less of that because of inflation. So it's much better to keep this current stock portfolio intact. Basically, how many units of Nifty 50 I can get or BSFC 500 I can get would be much higher now compared to that. So people do this. I was like, this is a completely new thing to me. Like, it's so confusing, so convoluted, and I'm like, I get it how rich people become more richer even though they have no money. So that was the whole point. Can you make a video on IP address computer Wednesday? Nah. Russia survive after Ukraine blows Russian jets. Russia can keep surviving forever. Like, see, when you are talking about booming, who is dying? Well, very few soldiers, and they are losing products. Who cares? Like, if you look at how Soviet Union fought in Afghan war, it's the same thing, meat grinder tactics. If you look into how they fought in Chechenian war, for 8 years, exact same thing, meat grinding tactics. So they do not have to worry, like dictators do not have to worry. It's the people's fault. It's like, yeah, they allowed a dictator to happen and this is the penalty of it. Originally, they were happy with this. It's like, oh, he'll not have any wars. It's like, lol, psych, all of you gonna die. So, such things happen. You must make a separate video on money investment as you do for monthly expenditure draft and all. Nah. See, people like the growth of it. They do not like the risk of it. And I cannot tell you, like that time it was going into dip, I was like scared. I'm not gonna deny. Like, I was like, oh, but again, I had to have the balls. I had to like invest when it was a dip. I did that. So it's a very risky thing. And again, not everybody may be able to have the patience for it. It's a risky thing, that's why I do not talk about it. Is it possible to make coronavirus in life? Of course. I should make a video on protein requirement health. Dude, you're repeating the same thing. Robert Kilowski, I do not know who you are referring to. My apologies. I do not know who you are referring to. So yeah, that sort of things does happen. So now I got a lot of good interaction with the DIY project thing. So I want any of you to help me figuring out what the hell is this transformer. This transformer came out from basically my old Samsung audio deck, which had like a cassette and CD, VCD, radio, all that jazz. It has that transformer. Now, I think it's at least 100 watt minimum. It's big, it's heavy, and it has isolated output turn. That's the good part. I want that. But I do not know what the hell, why it has so many inputs. some inputs I can understand where you have like 110 volt, 220 volt, but this has like too many inputs, so I do not know how I can verify that. The best course of action I have thought of is basically utilizing this meter. This meter has a square wave generator at 50 hertz, meaning I can pump 50 hertz on this side and get the output. Basically, because it's a lower voltage, I can put it on the lower side and get high voltage on the other side. And calculating the ratio, I should be able to calculate what is the what you call what's the turn ratio, so to say. So that's the only thing I figured out. What about, I have no idea what display you are talking about. I have not seen enough details on it. So it's can't analyze through pictures. No, I don't think, like there is not enough numbers in there. It's like there is no, because it's not meant for what you call sales to common public. It's a part, and again, it's an ancient part. I think my father bought it, I think 2008 or something, maybe even before that. So likelihood of any information on this is gone. So all I have to do is basically do it old school. Is it possible to anonymous good enough? I do not understand what you're trying to say. Son, never do drugs. It's like, who is trying to do drugs here? I do not have any idea. Okay. So this again, because you have to understand, I genuinely want to have a good soldering iron, because this soldering iron drove me mad. And again, let that be very clear. If this is the only thing you have and this is your job, you will deal with this. You will have a good work out of it. I do not. My main job is YouTube. So I get a very small slice of time that I can dump into this project. So at that point in time, I need things to just flow. I can't afford that. Again, I should be able to do that when I was perfectly healthy in my 20s. Now I'm in my 30s. So my energy horizon is very limited. So I have to really have good tool. And it's a very good project also. So I really want to build a AC, basically something like this with this transformer, where I have AC mains coming in, going to step down. If I'm doing T12 irons, they require 24 volt. If you want more JBC iron, they could go upwards of 48 volt. So, and again, they are generally limited to 3 amps. So you are going to get 75 watts or 130 watts kind of power. So you have that, and you do zero crossing either by triac or MOSFETs, and that way you get a very robust system. That's why if you look into any robust basically soldering station, they always use transformer, because it's something that unless something really bad happens, you will not fry it. Like it can last for very long time. So I want to use this, and again, I think this transformer is healthy. I hope so. If things work out, I'll do it. So that's why I'm so interested into finding out how the heck this works. Which book you are reading right now? For last 2-3 days I have not. I finished that last book, but I'm not reading anything else. Right now I'm like too taxed, so to say. But again, this is a good problem to have. Like if you have so many actual productive work to do and you are running low on time, that's actually a good thing. So again, if I'm not doing too much, because right now today I had a choice. I could do some side projects, electrical project or this and that, but I was like, no, let's make a short video, because I do want to maintain 1 video per day. So it is what it is. I have bought both books, Courage to be Liked and Disliked. Courage to be Disliked and Courage to be Happy. I think those are the 2 books, not liked and disliked. You told your previous video, cutting subsidy electricity is going to be beneficial to Tesla. Why Elon is fighting it? Again, does Elon Musk look like a very well thought out individual to you? He freaks out like a child. Like again, this is one thing you have to understand. Do not worship people where it's like, oh, this person is always right. Not even Nikola Tesla, not even Einstein. Nobody can be like that. So they will do good things, they will do stupid things, and it's your job, it's your filter that has to do that. And if you can't do that, then you will always ask silly questions like, oh, why they are doing it? It's like, yeah, they are not that smart. Like, why did German government build hydrogen train, which I could have told, and I have been screaming for last 6 years, do not build hydrogen train, it will just burn your economy. They did it, and they burned their economy, and then they're like, oh, we had to try it. It's like, no, you had to read science book. 8 megajoule is very less. But it is what it is. Your opinion is just golden dome system. It's too early right now. It's too early. I already mentioned in the previous windows, Alex is old. It's old. Can government online tracking bypassed? Chances are very low. Because they track your money. So you can't really do much about it. You can fight it, you can think it, but likelihood, it's basically, do you have enough money to go against all the people, cybersecurity expert that government hires? It's a battle of basically money. And again, if you have that kind of money, you can just buy the government. So that's why. If you are an individual, I'm going to hide from government. Again, don't do anything that provokes them too much, you will be fine. If you provoke them, no amount of security will help them, because again, they can make up fake charges. How the hell are you going to fight it? I'm excited about AI taking over jobs. This will free up people and they can take pursuits our hobby full time. No, that's a very bad thing. It's the exact same thing that happens to majority of people who win lotteries. They self-destruct. Even if in a utopia you have basically basic minimum income and all that junk, you do not want a world where people are jobless. You want, again, not every single 100% people have to be have job, but majority have to. It's not an option. Watched any web series or movies? Nah, nothing. Liberated enough to redraw the economy. My stomach is hurting. Anyway, so you know what? My apologies, guys. I'm feeling too tired. I'm gonna take a leave. Sorry. I really thought I could do it, but I think I'm very fatigued. My stomach is not supporting me. Sorry, guys. Bye.